Hi, welcome back to Crypto Mischief. Richie here. Welcome back once again to the channel. So, part of crypto, one of the most important things about crypto is knowing what's going to be happening next and not acting on what's happening now. For example, yesterday, my PolyDoge bag, PolyDoge, the popular meme coin on Polygon network, exploded 300% in one day. I told someone about this and they said, "Oh, should I buy some?" And I said, "No, not right now. Are you crazy? It's pumped 300%. Wait, it will go back down a little bit. Then if you want to buy it, choose to buy it." And today we're talking about something that I think is going to be very popular in about a week or 2 weeks from now, because I can kind of see this trend just evolving, that soon there's going to be a huge explosion of this kind of Dapps. So I thought it'd be quite just to make a video right now about my favorite ones that I'm using at the moment that do this in crypto. And then a week later, you can look and think, oh my God, there's so many of them now. Which one to choose? And probably you already have a list because I'm just about to make it. The reason that these kind of Dapps, they're called ROI Dapps, okay? The reason that they are becoming popular is because you probably noticed about 2 or 3 weeks ago, I made a lot of videos on crypto mining Dapps, which are basically Ponzi's. Also, ROI Dapps are basically Ponzi's. But there's nothing wrong with a Ponzi. You can make a lot of money from a Ponzi if you play it the right way. I'm going to explain how I play around with Ponzi's and how I profit from them also during this video. So, as I was saying, the crypto miners, all of a sudden, they've dried up. Yeah, no one's making any new miners. Why not? Because the cat is out the bag on the miners. People have realized, hang on a minute, that 3%, 6%, 10%, 12% that you advertised is not actually happening all the time. It's a variable amount of payback, which I've stated again and again and again and again in videos about these miners, that eventually they will dry up. The best way to profit from a miner is to refer it to other people and get the rewards. That's the best way to play these miners. It's also the best way to play any ROI Dapps. It's actually the best way to play any Ponzi. That could be a meme token. How do you get the best from a meme token? You would probably tell other people about the meme token, and then they would buy it, meaning that the tokens that you've bought have gone up in value, pumping your bag. That's the whole definition of a meme, isn't it? You share it around, other people see it because you've shared it, and then they get into it because of your effort sharing it. So actually, meme coins are Ponzi's. Basically, all of crypto can actually be a little bit Ponzi-ish. Ponzinomics, yeah, yield farms offer extremely high APRs and APYs to attract new people into them. As the early adopters get in, they already have farmed the tokens, they begin to dump the tokens on the people who have gotten in after them, because that's Ponzinomics. So there's nothing really bad. It's not a taboo word, Ponzi. but the risk is there, and you need to be aware of what risk there is in these Dapps, so that once you fully understand the risk that you're dealing with and the way to benefit from it, then you can actually make great money. So I'm going to give you my top 6 ROI Dapps today, beginning at number 6 and working all the way to the end at number 1, the best one that I think, the greatest at the moment for giving back. Return on your investment. That's what ROI means. You should be returning on your investment on all of these because they are great Dapps. But I'm not a financial advisor. I can't guarantee that you will return on your investment on all of these, especially if you don't get around and refer them to other people, because that's the fastest way to get your return on your investment on all of these Dapps. Like it or don't like it, that's the reality of the world that we live in. Understand the world, then you can profit from the world and give back after you profited, which is something that I enjoy doing. If you followed me for a while, you know I like to give back. So let's go through some. Starting, number 6. This is Flex DeFi. You're going to be seeing a similar kind of user interface for a lot of these Dapps, and a similar token idea for how the Dapp works. Essentially, you will be taking an asset. Here it is BUSD, a stable coin. You will be approving a contract and depositing it into a contract, okay? So once you deposit it, it is locked permanently. You will then get interest on your locked asset, and you'll be able to withdraw that. For example, I have put in $400 into this Flex DeFi Dapp. So far I've taken out 50, And now I can take out another 28. So I will take out that $28 right now, just to show you that it works. Where to deposit? You deposit into these different contracts. So they have a certain amount of days that you can get your interest for. But after, for example, if you go into 40 days and you get 160% after those 40 days, so put in 1 BNB, after 40 days you'll get 1.6 BNB back. Mathematically, yeah. The APR doesn't waver, it stays completely static and fixed on what it offers here. But after 40 days, your BUSD will not come back to you. You will have already returned on your investment through the interest that garnered. That's how Flex DeFi works. So you can either choose 365 days, 40, 60, or 90, and getting a different APR of 2%, 4%, 3.5, or 3%. The success of these dApps is always available for you to check here when it has verified contract. You want to always look at that before you go in any of these. We have in this one, $65,000 has been invested, and the total referral earnings so far are $3,000. It says here very clearly, yeah, the principal deposit cannot be withdrawn. This is the same for every single return on investment dApp. You cannot withdraw your principal deposit, you can only withdraw your interest. Having a quick look at their contract, so you will see here in their balance of the contract, although they said there's 60,000 has been deposited, they have 47,000 in their reward balance, okay, to pay back. If this ever goes to zero, there will be no more BUSD to pay anyone, and the contract will basically be dead, right? So that is the danger of all ROI platforms, that this total invested eventually will always go to zero. It will always go to zero. It doesn't matter how successful any of these dApps are, eventually they have to topple out. Could be 1 million, 2 million, 10 million, 20 million, $100 million inside the contract, but eventually they can't afford to pay back everyone who's put in. That's the Ponzi-nomics of them, yeah. The earlier you get into these dApps, the better your chance of getting your full ROI and your continuous profit from them. Flex DeFi, as of the making of this video today, has been running for 5 days, and it is still on an uptrend. The contract balance for Flex DeFi is remaining quite stable and is growing quite slightly on a day-to-day basis. So the fantastic thing about Flex DeFi is that the contract balance is remaining pretty stable for investment, and they actually do have a little bit more to them than the other ROI dApps in the sense of their docs section, which we can find here. So they claim they have successfully built the world's first sustainable BUSD miner with more than one use case on their roadmap supporting the system. Their long-term approach is to make it sustainable. They will redistribute to the contract. To make it sustainable, they have a 10% initial deposit tax into the ROI platform, into the smart contract. 4% of that is redistributed back into the contract. 6% is for marketing and development. Their marketing is NFT based, where they are looking to get NFTs called Flex Junkies. Yeah, their picture is a man flexing. So it's kind of muscle fitness themed crypto NFTs, I think, where 8,888 NFTs will be dropped on the ETH blockchain. You will only be able to get your hands on minting these NFTs if you are a staker inside the Flex DeFi BUSD farmer miner ROI dApp here. So this is how Flex DeFi works. It's very early days for them, so I'm guessing that when they do bring out the NFTs, it will be an incentive for more people to get involved in this contract. That's why I got in pretty early, and I'm waiting for them to make the announcements about the NFTs, about their new approaches and how they're going to work using this as you need to be inside the ROI dApp to be able to get involved in their other projects. So that's cool. It's like a ticket. Getting in here is your ticket to get into their other projects that they're working on. So I thought I'd get in early and try to get my ROI before anyone else finds out about it. So that's Flex DeFi. Number 5 would have to be the one that on the Binance Smart Chain has started all of this. Actually, the whole idea of an ROI dApp is quite old, 2 or 3 years old. Over on Tron, on TRX, there was one called Tron Prime or something, I can't remember, but it had like $100 million locked in the contract, giving back 1% daily. Eventually, though, that did collapse, just like they all do. I think Tron Prime lasted like almost a year. It was very, very lucrative for so many people. For BNB Factor, it's now been running for over 3 months. And it is the first ROI dApp that I've ever seen that has this variable amount that you can decide to deposit. Yeah, it has this here. You can either stake forever for 2%, 40 days for 4%, 60 days for 3.5, 90 days for 3%. This seems to be the sweet spot that I've found for any kind of ROI DApp. Not crazy return on your APR. If you're getting 4% daily for 40 days, you're already going to be ROIing after, what's that, 25 days anyway? Which means you have 15 days of pure profit, is how this works. Not lots, but some. Or you can go forever. If you made an account on the beginning of this DApp and did go forever for 2%, that is 50 days, which means you're still getting paid out today from this DApp forever. Yeah, 2% per day. And it's been running now for 3 months, 3, 6, 9, 90 days. So how does it work? Same kind of way. I staked into the contract. So for example, I could put into forever, say how much BNB I want to put in. I have 5 BNB in my wallet. I could add in some BNB, and then I would be continuing to get that return on my investment. Then you harvest here. You have to manually compound if you want to. So I have $69 of BNB here to collect. If we go over to the contract side, we have here how much is in here. So total value deposited into this is $8 million. Wow, $8 million. It's a lot of money. You think, whoa, that's so much. But if you go to the contract, same idea, you will find that actually there's only $3 million in this contract balance. So $5 million has already been paid out. That's from old money. The new money that's coming into it is getting a share of a $3 million reward pool. So the reason I put this one fifth is because there's been so much old money put into this contract that I don't know how far it can go. So already 3 months running is a great thing because it shows it's quite sustainable. But when will it collapse? It's already reached, like we said, $8 million put into this contract so far, with $3 million in the balance. The contract balance is still growing. Yeah, this one here, the reward balance is still growing. So as long as it's still growing, I'm happy to tell people that it's a great DApp to go into. But be wary, you don't know when the tipping point will come, especially for something that's 3 months old already. So that is BNB Factor. It's the second most battle hardy DApp that we're going to talk about today. So think about that, okay? There's one that's been running for longer, actually, that we're going to talk about later. So that is BNB Factor. Thank you for that, BNB Factor. Is extremely profitable, though. If you look at my history, I have pulled out a lot of... I've put in 2 BNB into this, and I've pulled out 7 BNB already from BNB Factor. It's going very well. Very nice. Next is the new boy in town. It's the new boy in town. BNB Prime. BNB Prime works similar in essence to how BNB Factor works, okay? But we have a slidey instead. It's a slidey instead of a clicky. But the daily ROIs on this are extreme, very extreme. You can have a 7-day stake and get 17% daily ROI on that. So you'd put in for 7 days and come out with 19% extra in your BNB. Or you can go as long as a 30-day stake and get 7.8%. So either way that you see this is a lot higher payout than BNB Factor, which is great because it means it's extremely high risk, high reward. You don't know, it's pretty new. It's only been out for 3 days, that's why it's at number 4. We still need to see how it's going to go in the long run. I've done extremely well on this. I'm actually going to take some of my rewards that I've gotten from this and put them back into it now because I've done very well. From the referral bonuses on this are extreme also. Everything on this app is extreme. So I have no idea how long something like this can last, but you know, if you only need a minimum of what's that, 17%, so you'd need like 6 days. 6 days to ROI on this if you do put in for the 7-day period and get out 90%. You're not going to get that anywhere else. The longest stake being 30. I've done just 14-day stakes, which means I'm already close to ROIing as well, even without the referral bonuses. So that's how this one works. So for example, so the way I've done this has been very good. I've put 1.6 BNB into this and I've already withdrawn 5.8 BNB because of the very nice referral rewards. I've had very juicy referrals for this. It's great. I have another 1.2 BNB here to withdraw. So now I'm going to put some BNB back into this to feed the beast, you know. Can't just be draining the beast, need to feed it. So we'll take 2 BNB, get that back in there with this, come just shy of $1,000. And I'll go again for 14 days. So this is me laddering my stake. This will be my 3rd deposit into BNB Prime with that 2 BNB. After 14 days, I'll get out 1 extra BNB. Again, as long as there is a reward in the reward balance. So I should have actually checked on that before I put in more BNB. Whoops, but let's have a look. Pretty sure it's doing fine because it's only 3 days old. There's 588 BNB total invested in this. So the smart contract is at the bottom on this page, the one that you need to check. And we do have $206,000, 420 BNB in this is in the contract balance. So that's 588 invested and 421 BNB still in the contract, growing extremely rapidly, doing very well. I can easily see this one reaching 1 million. It doesn't have any analytics, it's only 3 days old. But yeah, I think this one will reach $1 million in total lot value, no problem, and there's only 200,000 in there right now. So it's very early days for BNB Prime. I'm very happy to put that 2 BNB in there and speed up my ROI of my tokens. So 3.6 in there now. It's taken 7 out. I'm going to wait another couple days, probably put another 2 in, and just ladder those sticks. No point to going so heavy with that much risk straight away. I'm not even that crazy. So that's BNB Prime. All of these you can find in the description, by the way. Number 3 is the BUSD Farmer Community Edition. This has been a godsend to a lot of people who got exploited by the initial BUSD Farmer, which had an error in the contract, which brings up the whole idea of high risk, high reward. Yeah, don't put anything into these Dapps that you might need for something else later on. Yeah, your rent money, your weed money, your beer money, your prostitute money, any money that you need to buy meme tokens, don't put them into ROI Dapps, because you can't guarantee you're going to get your return. If you do get your return, there's a high chance you will in a lot of these, but there's no 100% certainty that you will. And with this one, the last one was exploited. They completely fixed the code. It's 100% safe now. As you can see by the amount that's been invested, it's $856,000 invested into this in 7 days. This is 7 days old now. And the contract balance is $500,000, $551,000 to be exact. The thing I love about this Farmer Edition, Community Edition, is that it does have a community wallet. The community wallet is weekly airdropped to all the victims of the exploit of the first smart contract farmer. Already $65,000 has been sent down to the community who were exploited, and then every Sunday that community wallet is emptied again and sent down to them again. It needs to get to $3 million invested into this for the Dapp to be able to pay back everyone 100%. It's a great start in 1 week to get 856,000 in already. That means it's almost 1/3 of the way to completely rectifying the last exploit. And you have to think, if people who were exploited in the first one, they're also getting back, if they went into 40-day, for example, a very nice 7% daily paid back to them. This pays back like a beast. It's great. Really enjoying it. 7 days, 40-day plan, 7% payback to you, daily. We have 5% forever, 7% for 40 days, 6.5 for 60 days, 6% for 90 days. Again, your deposit will be locked in this. You'll only be getting the interest on that. I want to deposit into this again. I put in $1,000 when it started. I'll be getting close to ROIing just on the rate of payback, so it's time for me to throw in some more BUSD. Just have to send some over and I'll get into that. This farm is brought to you by Token Miner. There is word on the street that there'll be a new Farmer Edition being released next week. I don't know what token it's going to be, but it's going to be lit, because if they can get $850,000 invested in 1 week in this one, which was on the back of an exploit, I can't wait to see just what kind of beast that Token Miner will release for their next contract. So I'll be definitely getting into that one and making lots of videos about it, because I like to get them day 1 on these, because it's the best way. Day 7 is pretty great too though, only 7 days old on this, 850 in. So for putting into this, I have $800 to get into this guy. Ooh, just take out that 20 bucks, put that back in. Great, so I'm going to compound back into this. I will be going for, I think, I just like going on the shortest day, like time span actually. It's kind of where I'm most comfortable with these. But I might extend to, 6% for 90 days does look like a great deal. So I need to approve my spend. I'm going to put $830 into this, approve that. Oh, I've already put it. So then approve that, then I'll put the 830 into this plan here for 90 days. Hopefully getting back sweet ROI for all that time would be really sweet. Boom. So that's me built my bag of investment, now laddered that from what it was $1,000 to now $1,830 in the Community Edition Farmer, getting paid back in 7% and 6%. 2 plans, yeah. This one's a 7% plan. The next one that's going to pop up will be 6% plan. You can check on the contract here, like all the other dApps, 550. You can look at the analytics of it. And if you go onto the Token Miner Telegram, they have some nice juicy charts where they show the different progress of this dApp, and it's just going like this. So this is definitely on an uptrend, 1 week old, fantastic stuff. On the back of Phantom's unbelievable for performance this week, it's just done so well in terms of how much it's gone up in value, the Phantom token. The Phantom Farmer has to be my number 2, just for how much now that the Phantom I've put into this is now worth. This one has been running for 18 days now, and after a bit of a downtrend has now returned back to an uptrend. We have 31,000 Phantom in the contract balance. About 4 days ago it was 20,000, so it's gone up by a good 30% in the contract balance in a couple of days. In Phantom, not in dollar, because I know Phantom has gone up in dollar value, but actually the amount of Phantom tokens in this has gone up. So there's 31,000 Phantom in here now. 66 has been put in, so 30,000 Phantom has already been paid out to the world. And we have the same choices as the BUSD Farmer, but slightly lower APRs, which makes this more sustainable in my eyes and a better investment, I think, for the long term too. Apart from if the bull run ends, then you're going to be getting a Phantom will crash like everything else at the end of the bull run. So that's where BUSD is better there. But we do have 4% for 40 days, 2% for forever, 3.5 for 60 days, 3% for 90 days. I've put almost everything into either forever or 40 days. I've put in 2,140 Phantom into this now, and that is 1,500 paid back already. And today I have another 61 Phantom to withdraw, getting about 100 Phantom a day from this at the moment. Unbelievable app, really good. I think it's going to make me that 10,000 Phantom that I've dreamed of. I think this is going to single-handedly get me there, actually. So this is the one that I have my eye on, the one that I actually look to most to do very well for me. So the Phantom Farmer, great job Phantom Farmer, go, 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 go. Same idea here, you can look at the contract, there's $92,000 in this at the moment, 30,941 Phantom in the balance. You can have a check in the analytics and see the performance. On Phantom Scan, it's much easier to see what's going on here. This is what's happening to the Phantom Farmer. It is mooning. Very nice. So you, of course, wanted to get in here when I did, but it's not too late for something like Phantom Farmer, because only having 92,000 in the contract balance is actually the second lowest dollar value contract balance that we've seen today. In all these ones, the only one that would be lower would be Flex DeFi. And that's only 3 days old. This is 18 days old. There's so much more that the Phantom Farmer can do and get to. So I think it's still extremely early days on this one. That's why it's number 2. We have to talk about Drip. Drip is my number 1. Of course, you knew it was going to be my number 1 because it is the longest running and the strongest performing return on investment dApp that I've ever seen in my life. This is over 6 months running now. It is continuing to go from strength to strength in terms of the amount of players involved in this now. We've broken over 11,850. Here's a little chart explaining what's happening with the amount of players joining every month. Now we are mooning, we're about to get our most amount of players ever joining in 1 month will be this month. So the contract balance is continuing to grow, the players are continuing to grow. This is a bit different because all the other ones we talked about were all well-established tokens, BUSD, BNB, and Phantom. This works with Drip token. You can find that on CoinMarketCap. As you can see, when CoinMarketCap started listing it, it was up at $33. Its height has been $50. The moment it's $17 after a huge dip. This is where I bought another massive amount of Drip, and now it's climbed up to $17. It's $15 on CoinMarketCap, the reason being that they take their analytics from PancakeSwap. But actually, if you want to buy Drip, you want to go to drip.community, link in the description. You go here to swap, and you're going to get a better price for it. So we have $16.68 per Drip at the moment. You buy it with BNB. So for example, I'll take 1 BNB, right? And I will buy 28 Drip. Get a much better price on drip.community, okay? How does this work then? You need to go into the ROI contract to get your return on your investment on Drip. Drip only gives 1% per day, fixed rate, okay? And although that is a lot lower than everything else we're talking about today, you need to think about the fact that Drip is an asset which will go up and down in value depending on the performance of the faucet. And that 1% daily is more than enough for you to create insane passive income. If you look here, this is my faucet contract. I have $52,000 now locked into the faucet contract with 3,153 drip there. I just bought another 29, which I'll be throwing in here eventually. I have 83 drip to claim. That's $1,395. I'm making at the moment about $500 daily in drip. Okay, so this is about 2.5 days worth of waiting for my drip. Actually, I airdrop this. This is why drip is great. You have to use a referral link to get into drip. You would take someone's referral link, wallet address, for example, my one is in the description, put it in here, and then I will become your buddy. The benefit of becoming my buddy is that I airdrop my team every week. So this drip here, 83, I will build that up to about 100, 110 drip, and then I will airdrop that on Sunday down to my 219 direct referrals. This is why drip is better than all the other return on investment platforms, because it offers the ability to airdrop people who use your referral link. On the other 5 ROI dApps, the one flaw that they do have is that someone will use your link to get into it, but you will never be able to reward them for them giving you more passive income. So this is why it is essentially better than all the others, because it gives the ability to give back to the community, and that is what I'm all about. So this is drip. Drip is about to release a farm where you can also use drip token, and a miner where you also get to use drip token. So I expect the drip price of drip to moon back up to 50, then eventually up to $100. That is my price prediction for this token. That is why I am so happy just to buy it at any price, really under $50. Not any problem for me at all with that. So those would be my top 6 ROI dApps as of the 29th of October 2021. Let's see in 1 month how they do. Are they all still alive? We did have Flex DeFi, BNB Factor, BNB Prime, BUSD Farmer Community Edition, Phantom Farmer, and Drip. Those are them all. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe if you appreciate this kind of content. I hope you found something that you didn't know about before. And don't get wrecked.